All right, here we go. This is a ranked 1v1 on Salt between the blue player on the left side. It is Happy Death in the same mech and pilot combination as last game. It is a Black Ops Lexi Striker and his opponent on the right side. It is the Carbon player Atyla in this, again, the same combination as before. Whoa, but with a different mainline tank here. I don't even know if you can really call Atyla a mainline tank, but anyway. It is Atyla in the Samson Medic Osprey. And going with the 3 Delos for pretty standard opening here. Happy Death doing a scout. Oh, did not set anything for attacking the the forward outpost. So interesting to see. But actually might be able to get something finished off. Atyla not able to save that Dillo. Did have heal ability. I don't know. Was he really trying to get that kill on Happy Death? I mean, if you really wanted to, you might have been able to with a little bit of micro and a focus. You know, I would trade an early game mech death for a Dillo any day. Get that early game advantage. It's pretty huge. Atyla finishing off one Longhorn, and actually, yeah, just killing the neutrals. So Happy Death. I don't want to say he's ahead because it's 15-8, because credits on the field is actually pretty important, and I'd really like to see that stat somewhere, in some analysis tab kind of thing. But because most of Happy Death's 15, I would say actually almost all of his 15, yeah, except for these 2 Gemini, of his 15 upkeep are in Sam's, I'm guessing. Yeah, let's see, 5 to 6, oh no, 6 in Moneymakers, so that's different. But yeah, Moneymakers, not super meta in 1v1. So let's see how that works out for Happy Death. Losing that Gemini to Atyla, leaving it there. I'm not really sure why he left it there, because he saw Atyla pass over. You know, he saw it pass over. So I'm not really sure what that was about, because usually that would be, a sign just pick up your stuff. I don't think he was so low on health that he wouldn't have been able to get away with it. And Atyla with that harass, man, he's going to finish up a lot of Moneymakers here. 1 Dillo, 2 Dillos. 3 Moneymakers getting killed, 4 Moneymakers getting killed. Will Atyla be able to retreat this last Dillo? No, he will leave it there. He will leave it there. Oh, and Happy Death actually focusing him on the way back. Will Atyla survive this? Oh, and Happy Death, yes, using his own units, and Atyla getting himself finished off there. Or not getting himself finished off, but getting finished off. And kind of his fault, honestly. Just overextending that harass, because the path, not the flight path back to your side on Salt is through all the enemy, all the enemy stations. This is here and here, whereas opposed to like Crater or Thar, you can kind of go to the side and get away, and it's not so far. On Salt, weirdly enough, it's a little bit harder, just because it's so directly through all the other guys' stuff. But right now, Atyla reinforcing with a couple of creeps bunkering, missing one because it did run out of energy. Forced to drop one, but Happy Death is, oh man, almost lost that honeypot. But Atyla would not have been able to get that Gemini killed, so he did decide to retreat. Doing a quick scout, sees a lot of rebels over there, so Happy Death creating a lot of rebels. Will he just use them? Will he use them yet? No, he is bringing Sam for fire support, which is crazy. And 2 Sams here, gonna be able to kill a lot of his stuff on his side of mid. Has Atyla noticed yet? No, I'm guessing Atyla knows, and the Dillos are pushing out. So Atyla will probably be able to overrun here because Happy Death doesn't really have anything in the area. Single Gemini. However, these will probably sort of stop right here on this side, and so there won't be too many units confronting Happy Death's units over here. Oh, did he set them on Y? Did he change them to Y? Whoa, why did he do that? That's really weird. That's very strange, but really low on health, actually. Might be finished off by Happy Death, but Happy Death is now pushing out with a bunch of Sams and a couple Gemini. And how will this do? Pushing out on T. He is definitely pushing out on T. They're going to go under this bridge, and Atyla doesn't see this quite yet. Let's see. Oh, man, and the Rebels pushing out as well. Wow, Happy Death with great timing over here. Oh, man, let's see what he can do over here. And the Sams are now moving in. Oh, my God, that's a lot of units. This is a great push by Happy Death. Great timing. Oh, no, the honeypot. The honeypot stops the Rebels. The honeypot stops the Rebels, and now finally moves it out, but it might be a little bit too late. The Rebels have not been able to distract properly, and Happy Death says, damn, but okay, no, I don't think it's too late. He has a lot of units in this area. Would have done a lot better if the Rebels were mixed in, but he has enough Sams over here to finish off the rest of Atyla's units. However, Atyla with reinforcements coming out, he is pushing on T, gonna go under the bridge just like Happy Death. What else does Happy Death have to reinforce with? Just has a couple Rebels, did not send them out anywhere because he does not have an outpost to push to T2. now just decides to ferry a couple rebels over here, and this top outpost will swing one more time. Atyla with plenty of Dillos over here. It's 26-17. Where are Happy Death's units? Probably sitting right here and right here. Happy Death needs to use them now if he wants to try to use them to take this top outpost, but I think it might be a little bit too late. Atyla is probably now producing from no, he's actually still producing from this bottom outpost, not reinforcing over here. Needs to switch his build to this top outpost if he wants, I mean, if he chooses to do so. I think that would be a good idea. Now does decide to build from that top outpost, but now Happy Death pushing out with a couple rebels. Is he pushing on T or is he pushing on Y? He is pushing on T. I'm not really sure why he's initially moving out with the, buried, because he sent these out as well. Okay, so he pushed out from here, and now Atyla is dealing with a bunch of rebels as well. This outpost will go down to neutral if these rebels were set on T, which they were obviously, and they will focus down, and another swing, which is crazy. And Atyla again with lots of Dillos, but once again would have liked to see him produce from up here so we can get that reinforced a little bit better. Is Happy Death going to start to build from there? No, Happy Death's not building from there either. So right now Atyla, now pushing on Y. Now pushing on Y. Okay, so it's going to go this way. Oh man, Happy Death doesn't see this. So Happy Death will lose that bottom outpost. Atyla distracting. Oh no, Happy Death does see it. Yes, he does. He actually does see it. And he's going to try to reinforce however he can. Does put a rebel in blocking position, so it will tank damage for those SAMs. Those SAMs will not get, will not take too much damage. Atyla did not switch commands to T. Finally doing that now. And Happy Death bringing a moneymaker. Whoa, that was weird. Just to distract fire, but Atyla has enough units over here to overtake. Atyla needs to ferry some creeps or something, or some infantry, so he can take this outpost under his control. Oh man, lost a lot of units actually. Never mind, he lost way too many. Oh, and both mechs reload on health. Oh, and Atyla getting finished off. Oh my god, and Happy Death retrieving that box. Oh my god, that was craziness. Oh, and Happy Death, I think he did reallocate all the rebels that he had over here. So it's 23-14 right now. Happy Death has plenty of units on the field, rebels and SAMs. I love that he's using these. Using them very, very well, and now taking that bottom left outpost back under his control. Does have mid under his control, producing SAMs and stuff from there as well. Atyla producing everything down here from the bottom. Has, let's see, 2 flackers, so that's good. But pushing on T. Does Happy Death think he's pushing on Y? I don't know, but he is still producing rebels from down here, so maybe he does. Maybe he does still think he's pushing on Y. He doesn't have too much defending over here. There's a couple of SAMs which will do pretty, will do really well. But right now, Atyla has enough units to neutralize and overtake this outpost without any reactions from Happy Death. Yeah, it's gonna be Atyla's outpost right now. Not like not drawing a quick T path to go to over here. I'd really like to see that, but he's gonna be okay. Oh man, activates his heal nova over here. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. And Atyla taking way too much damage from those SAMs and getting finished off. Yeah, that was strange. That was just really, really strange. Especially from an Osprey player, like, from an Osprey, you usually see a ferry. A ferry and, a couple of, yeah, that was just really weird to see. But Happy Death now here with plenty of units to push out with. And still going to do it. Yep, still going to do it. Where's Atyla's units? Where is he producing from? Down here, did not bring any of his Dillos, did not set them on T or anything like that. And Atyla now setting those on Y. They will go this way. Needs to command switch. Needs to do that command switch when they get at the right spot. And no, does not do it yet. Why not? Just deciding to micro them. Could have microed them to begin with. But plenty of rebels and SAMs again coming out for Happy Death. Happy Death not stopping with the pressure. The artillery firing in. Also going to be really hard for Atyla to handle. Still producing from down here. Still producing from down here. Still building down there. It is a, let's see, 22-15 advantage for Happy Death. Happy Death can be able to finish the rest of the builds down here. And Atyla, is he just going to push in waves? He's just going to push in waves. And no auto deploy or anything like that to continually reinforce until he takes that top outpost. Nothing like that happening for Atyla, whereas Happy Death, I don't know about this game, but he was definitely utilizing that last game, reinforcing that bottom with a couple of infantry to bunker. And yeah, now Atyla pushing into, okay, again, not that heavily defended. Man, it's crazy how both guys are just going push after push to the same outpost, losing lots of units each time. And with the timing, Happy Death has been, or, Happy Death and Atyla have both been able to, oh no, really on health. Atyla needs to transform and does not. If he landed right here in the middle of his units, it's very unlikely Happy Death would have been able to get that kill, but does get the finish on Atyla, unfortunately for Atyla. And Happy Death with a couple rebels here. Gonna be able to get this neutralized if he can body block for his rebels, and that is actually what he does. Atyla now finally respawning, come back to the fight, and where has he been producing? I guess he's still been producing from down here, not reinforcing this top outpost at all. Could be building from there, but did not. Now gonna be able to take it back under his control with the creeps, and drops a flacker, hilariously enough. Happy Death moving on, just gonna continue to harass and neutralize while he builds more army units, while he builds up more SAMs. Can probably re-push the top outposts, as Atyla's defenses, especially because they are rebels, are not going to be able to do that much against these, or no, especially because they are Dillos, not rebels. I'm getting these players' armies and army compositions mixed up. Gonna, okay, grab that artillery before he loses it, and puts it in offensive position before Atyla, probably Atyla doesn't even realize that it's there. Okay, now does scout it. Grabbing the box, actually did not catch that, and, or didn't catch that until now. All the other box grabs. But see, again, Atyla with plenty of units down here. Yes, in defensive positions, so he can use them, or, you know, they are in position, so he can use them as defense for any incoming push. But probably at this state needs to, I don't know, I guess it would be nice to see him use them more offensively, especially that's how the game has been going, and is only utilizing half of his upkeep each time, and now decides to push out because he wants to kill this artillery, and because the artillery was in, you know, was in position to attack all of his units, and the rebels aren't going to do that much. Oh, Happy Death actually decides to push out the SAMs right now. Not that great of timing by Happy Death. I don't know if you realize that Atyla was pushing out, but Atyla will easily be able to take this outpost under control now. Will easily be able to overwhelm all of Happy Death's units over here. Goes down to neutral. Happy Death will not be able to produce anymore. Okay, now, okay, goes back up. Oh, but how Atyla, again, really low on health, needs to just stay in position. Oh, and does use that heal Nova to heal himself and his Dillos. Oh, and actually, this is not great for Happy Death. Only has 6 upkeep open for building, and Happy Death will probably take a ton of damage here. Okay, now the SAMs come out and will be completely ignored because these Dillos are on Y, and Happy Death can do a ton of damage to them as well. And all the Dillos get finished off. Wow, lots of damage, lots of damage. SAMs plus sword equals death pretty much for Dillos. Especially Dillos not firing back. But this is going to be the extent of Atyla's attack right now. Okay, I was about to say he's going to reposition, but what is that even going to do? Okay, just decides to drop one there. Probably had enough health. Let's see, how much did he invest into? I don't see how many he invested into armor, because replays don't show that right now. But Happy Death able to take that that top outpost under his control, but Atyla still has plenty. Deciding to push out on T? Why? Why? They are on Y. Happy Death does see it though. Does he have enough over here to... No? No, he has nothing. He has nothing. He does realize that that Atyla is moving out and puts his artillery in a pretty good attacking position. Atyla not here to support his units, but has plenty more coming in. Happy Death forced to handle the ones in the front, but does not really have enough to handle the ones coming up. And this, okay, does get reset to T. Okay, thank God he did a command switch, and Atyla dropping that heal Nova, so he will be able to do, will be able to keep his units alive, not his outposts alive. That would have been ridiculous because he doesn't have his outpost here. But Happy Death spamming those rebels, gonna be able to keep this outpost, alive until now. But most of those Dillos have actually been finished off, and those rebels are doing wonders. It's an incredible counter actually, rebels against Dillos, because yeah, as it stands right now, the amount of damage that Dillos can do to rebels is not that different than the amount of damage that rebels can do to Dillos, I think. I mean, yeah, obviously it's different, but you know, Dillos die really quick, and their armor is not as high as Longhorn Gemini. So rebels do a lot better against Dillos than Longhorn Gemini, especially versus Dillos. And then I guess they do the worst against Longhorn because there's not any damage reduction there going on. But still, yeah, now Happy Death gonna get another neutralization. Man, I feel my client slowing down because I'm streaming this at the same time. But yeah, Happy Death gonna be able to get his outpost neutralized. And yeah, wow, 21-11. This is everything that Atyla has sitting right here. Happy Death has not been able to take that top outpost under his control quite yet. And actually, the creep walking in now. So it is a pretty large lead for Happy Death. Atyla does not have very much right now. And Happy Death, actually, hilariously enough, Happy Death doesn't have very much either. A lot of it is sitting at his fort right here. Let's see, 3, 4 rebels. Oh, 2 hats. Strangely enough, decides to put hats at his fort. Oh, I guess because he's at really low health and does not want Atyla doing too many drops. because that's probably, again, the best chance that Atyla has right now. However, on Salt, the traversal, or the path that you have to traverse is actually pretty far. It's actually pretty far. And Dissonant whispering to me at the same time. And I've actually already dropped it to medium, so I'm not really sure what's happening right now. But either way, Atyla pushing out. My system kind of struggling. And Happy Death has a lot in defense. Okay, Atyla not pushing on Y, he's pushing on T. Which is understandable, I guess, because he will be able to take this because there wasn't much defense over there. Happy Death has allocated a lot to fort defense because he is, I mean, looking at his health, he is really worried about that. Yes. And we'll be able to neutralize this bottom outpost. Oh man, I'm not really sure why this is lagging so much on my, or not, you know, it's my computer, guys. It's moody. Last time I streamed, it was perfect, and this time, not great. I'm not really sure why, but either way, Atyla with plenty of units here at the top, so now kind of in the lead. However, Happy Death, okay, Happy Death repositioning here. I'm not really sure why he's doing that. I mean, I would figure he's gonna eventually use these rebels to move out with, which he didn't need to do that. He didn't need to, okay, stop it. I don't really need to see this right now. But yeah, but I'm not really sure what's with that, that repositioning, that reallocation. It's kind of strange. And Atyla, okay, again defending bottom, not producing from top again. Needs to move out. Needs to move out. Not really sure what's with that. Not really sure what's with that. My precious. Because Striker also has an armor ability. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Reinforcing with Sam's. Happy Death. Man, I don't know what he's planning on doing right now. He's just playing. He's just playing. You know, just nothing normal. I don't think he has a specific plan in mind. You know, not so frantically pushing now as early game. But he has plenty of units to do it with. He has lots of SAMs here, lots of rebels. Might be pushing on T sometime soon. So, you know, scouting frequently to assess it and harassing as much as he possibly can to soften up whatever units he can soften up before he actually does that push. Dropping a single artillery, hoping Atyla won't notice that, or maybe just to do a little bit of extra damage during his harass. But right now, Happy Death, yeah, not pushing out yet, and he's reached his upkeep cap. He has 10k in the bank, so is he going to move out anytime soon or not? Probably realizes that he doesn't really have the opportunity to, but the longer he waits, the more, you know, his credits will build up, and, you know, and the more he gives Atyla a chance to build up his own army, and it's only at 22 upkeep right now versus the 50 upkeep of Happy Death, could probably push in somewhere, maybe with a little bit of a distraction drop or something like that. But Atyla is holding pretty well now, has a lot of his units clumped up very, very tightly with no honeypot. Let's see, yeah, honeypot. No honeypot sitting anywhere. And right now, Happy Death with plenty of, let's see, SAMs, and okay, now going out with the SAMs. Is he going to use the rebels also? He has, oh, okay, that's what it was. Devastator. Didn't really even notice that he was building a Devastator. But now going to move out with it, and moving really, really quick with it as a Striker at level 13, because that bug hasn't been fixed yet. Guys, we discovered a bug. But anyway, this Devastator leading the way, taking a lot of the damage. The SAMs are going to get, the Dillos are going to get all finished off by the SAMs, and Atyla realizing that, oh crap. But now with 4 Dillos at the corner, oh man, this is probably going to be it. This is probably going to be game. Atyla needs to heal up. Why is he firing? He needs to heal up his Dillos. He needs to keep them alive. Happy Death with enough blocking units right now. Not going to be able to get that finish this time, Atyla. And Happy Death taking over the mid. Yeah, Atyla. Oh man, was there any better corner to drop at? No, not really. Happy Death protected really well. Might have wanted to start out with a hold position to kill the surrounding units, but you know, at that point he was just running out of time. And the level 4 creeps are just creeping up on those Dillos, and the Devastator going down for the Osprey. So maybe that's gonna work. I don't know. I'm not really sure if that's gonna work really well. Man, how long is this game gonna last? We already have Devastators out. Well, it's already at 18 minutes, so already is not the word. But we have Devastators out, so, you know, you can feel the difference. And Happy Death with an entire circle of outposts here of rebels. Doing a lot of great harass. Gonna be able to get this outpost neutralized. Dropping level 4 creeps because, yeah, he doesn't really need to make SAMs anymore the same way. Yeah, if he wants to stack them, yeah, but the level 4 creeps are just as good, if not better, I think. I think they're actually better. They have more health. I don't know if they do more damage. But Happy Death now reallocating, or not reallocating, repositioning his Devastator to the other side of that outpost for incoming, probably incoming creeps is probably the best reason to do that, because they will come in this way, and they will, oh, he probably wants to put him right here, give or take, because he doesn't want the level creeps to do too much damage to, yeah, to the outpost. So he wants he would probably want the Devastator to tank all that damage, and it's easy to heal it up because you don't have to do it so often. You don't have to check in with the Devastator. And that's pretty much the most powerful aspect of the Devastator, in my opinion, is that it's so survivable that you can leave it alone, not worry about having to, you know, save it and retrieve it like 30 seconds later. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that might be a slight exaggeration, but yeah, that's my main beef with it, because it's so survivable and because you can micro it so easily. You can put it way the hell out there, put him somewhere where it'll just distract fire, distract units, tank a lot of damage while doing a lot of damage, and then just come back and grab it because it's easy to move, especially as a carry mech. So hence carry speed formula analysis and changing recently that I've been trying to do. But anyway, Happy Death neutralizing the outpost, but right back under Atyla's control because level 4 creeps OP. And right now the game is going to turn into one of those salt games where, okay, all the outposts are pretty well defended, especially because Devastators are on the field. And and it's just going to be very, very stagnant. Like, there's not going to be much that each player can do, except for maybe do a hard push through mid. 25, oh man, only 25 upkeep on Atyla's side, even though there's 2 Devastators, a Grinder, T99 getting that upkeep buff on socket, not having to take upkeep. That's gonna change. But yeah, could probably sell off some units for more Devastators. Might be a good choice depending on what his plan is. However, Happy Death with the, you know, higher credit income, with that extra outpost under his control and a higher upkeep maximum, would be kind of dangerous to play that type of game against him in this state of the game where it's not, you know, dynamics, not moving back and forth. Oh, Happy Death deciding to move out his Devastator. Gonna move it out to the bottom outpost. Gonna push on T. And Atyla did scout that. He did pass by. He did realize that Happy Death is moving out. So now going to bring his Dillos for extra firepower. Does he know where he's going? I think he does realize he's going to bottom. With 2 Devastators there, he really needs to put those Devastators in front to tank the damage. But no, decides to micro the Dillos there, and man, engages out here in the open rather than past the bottleneck, which is really strange. The grinder needs to be put down on C. Okay, there you go. And Atyla healing up there. Needs to heal up that Devastator. Needs to keep that healed up. Or no, healing up the Grinder. Or micro it around. No, not gonna do that. But Happy Death, oh, actually decided to push with a couple Rebels. I'm not moving around the camera too much because my computer's having a really hard time handling this at the same time as encoding. But Happy Death pushing out. Man, wow, deciding to push out. What a great move. But oh man, but Atyla dropping with the Devastator. Didn't realize that because I took a quick glance at chat. Mistake. But nothing here to block. Happy Death really needs to get that Devastator killed. Oh man, why didn't Atyla put it on the high ground? At this location, does it not have enough range? Oh, but yeah, there you go. Oh, gonna bring it down so we can heal it more. Oh man, needs to heal it more. Oh, but Happy Death moving a hat in the way. Atyla getting finished off. And Happy Death will be able to dance around this Devastator and get it killed. Wow, does Atyla have any Devastators left? He has 1. But the Dillos are great too. Just needs to, and a tiny sliver of health on Happy Death's life. On Happy Death's health. So, just needs to grab some of those Dillos. Grab some of the Dillos. In my opinion, that's probably the best thing. Oh, decides to move out with him. I'm not really sure about that move. Oh, is he pushing on T? Please tell me he's not pushing on T. Is he pushing on T? No, he's pushing on Y. Yeah. Okay, gotta grab some of those Dillos. Okay, forcing Happy Death to... Okay, yeah, Happy Death realizes he needs to focus on Atyla. Does it... I can't see how far he's upgraded the armor ability, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Does not drop them on the high ground. Atyla getting finished off, and Happy Death body blocking very, very well. And that's all that Atyla got left, right? That's all that Atyla has left. Now producing a few more Dillos. Atyla can do 1 more drop. Happy Death has not pushed out, and I'm a little bit surprised to see that he hasn't pushed out yet. In this situation, use these units to keep Atyla away from doing drops, force him to stay at the fort, or at least this outpost. Take this outpost away from him. Yes, the level 4 creeps are pouring in, but Atyla's going to be able to do one more drop. Will he be able to get the drop? Will he be able to get it finished off? Why didn't he produce another Dillo? Because he's completely out of money. He's waiting for another Dillo drop, right? He will be able to neutralize this outpost. Happy Death with another Gemini to just reinforcing, right? Just going to do it to guard his outposts, right? Yeah? No? No, putting it right there, I guess, to prevent a push out from Dillos or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the goal was there, but Atyla now has enough Dillos to do another drop. Needs to put a little bit of pressure on this bottom outpost before he does it, I guess, to keep a Happy Death away from firing. Happy Death, all he's doing is keeping his eye on the minimap, keeping his eye on Atyla to see if Atyla's going to do another drop, but Atyla not going to do that quite yet. I guess that's a good choice, but how far has Atyla, see, that's my question. How far has Atyla upgraded that heal, or that armor ability? Okay, now going to be able to stay alive here. And, yeah, there you go. Going to get over that outpost. Lexi Striker not going to be able to get that focus. But, yes, once again, how far has he upgraded? I can't see it on the replay. But how far has he upgraded the armor ability? Going to grab the Dillo just to keep it alive. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. Happy that's level 4. Still handling the level 4 creeps. Okay, there you go. Putting the hat on the socket. That's a good choice. Oh, I guess it's the logical choice. It's literally, I don't know if it's a choice. It's just doing what should be done because they don't take upkeep. So put him on socket if you're not going to use the sockets for economy. And he's not, because he doesn't really need it. He has 3 money makers down. He's way ahead in terms of income, and he doesn't really need the income. Might want to drop a healing unit down. Now, does have honey pots in his loadout. Oh, okay, Atyla did push out. Okay, Atyla did push out. Did not notice that. Not with every single unit he has, but trying to get however far he can before he needs to waste energy and take fire. And actually now going to do it. Now going to go for it. Taking a lot of damage from that Lexi Striker. Going to go for the high ground, but Happy Death dropping a hat. Oh my god, genius. Dropping a turret to prevent Atyla from occupying space up there at the high ground, which probably shouldn't exist. But yes, going to be able to... Going to be able to kill all these units over here. Not even worried about these because he has so much defending over here. So the Dillos are not going to be able to do too much damage. So Atyla probably making his move a little bit too early and didn't realize that Happy Death had a turret up here to prevent him from dropping on the high ground. But could drop on the back. Could drop on the back. You don't need to drop on the corner. You really don't. If your units will survive a little bit longer, then just drop on side. Oh, and Atyla. Oh, actually Atyla left. Didn't realize that he left. But yeah, there you go. And that's it. That's the game. That is the game. That is the game. Atyla left. So, Happy Death now just moving in. Gonna be able to get this finish easily. So, yeah, man. Frustrating. But I'm a little bit surprised to see that he left without... I mean, he could have... I guess he just got really, really frustrated at the end, but this fort is still... Half of it is very open. Don't let these rebels trick you. Rebels suck. Rebels suck at defending. They're good at, you know, assaulting and you know, getting surrounded and swarming, but they are not great at defending. So they're good at blocking, I guess, because they're high armor and high health. But Atyla could have tried to do a few more drops, especially since he still had a chance. He still had a lot of units on the field. He still had that last outpost, but now he will just take the AI will take domination damage. Happy Death just, you know, moving up slowly, but will be able to get this finish pretty easily. Yeah, man, really, I mean, look how low Happy Death's health is. So leaving at this point in the game is a little bit surprising. Because he could have just kept trying. Because there was still a lot. I mean, just look at that amount of health. There was still a ton of hope that Atyla had to get this game finished. I mean, yes, it wasn't like the most likely thing ever, but why give up that easily? I mean, I understand. I understand. I've been in situations and it's been frustrating before like that, but just look at that tiny sliver of health that Happy Death has left. And I personally would not. I personally would have kept trying. Frustrating or not, I would have found it funny and entertaining to do that. So Happy Death taking game 2 over Atyla. I'm sorry for the video quality, guys, but my computer is very moody. Let me see if I can like clean it or restart or something like that to get it to perform a little bit better. But yeah, guys, let's see if I can keep this marathon going because the video quality is very sad right now.